Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. The Sentinels and this running back headed back out for a new series. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of the matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action on 1st. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Here's 2nd and 5. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll get him back to 11.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Kick taken in here at the 17. And this will give them in decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
This offense ready to get going again now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now following the turnover. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Oh, no, they did it yet again. And the Cowboys are going to
is they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Pass play coming here. Ooh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they're going to take over possession. This offense getting all set for this series. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day. So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know how to execute and convert on these third downs.
Completed over the middle. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's got a man left.
It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we've got the Sentinels, creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Sentinels and the Cowboys on Monday Night Prime.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 40 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this has taken that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game. But not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping,
Automatic
isn't it usually
first down.
third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a second and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second down and 6 now. Now a first carry here for their running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. He's got his running back out of the backfield and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the first.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run. Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up. And avoids the turnover. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they? Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they? They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss. Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals. Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. And out now come the Cowboys. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now back to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Sentinels offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd and 14. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Sentinels have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Offense.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back to throw here. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the 4th. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL, all tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Orlando takes back over on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Sentinels answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, their home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up second down. Hands it off out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Cowboys! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a first throw here in overtime.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a good job of finding the open space to run.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Sentinels, Burner at wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Sentinels and the Cowboys on Monday night.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they... Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's week 11. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Cowboys ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Looking to throw right away. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 37. That's Flanoy. He's got it. And this one does not go far. Third and 4 coming up now. They go play action here. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Has another quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
To throw it on 1st down. Pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, it's going to make you pay.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Not the auspicious debut they certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now on 1st down. Finds his man over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Flying down the middle with Edwards-Helaire. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one's complete right side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him from holding, and that's going to back this offense up. decent gain before being brought down. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They're throwing it. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time he was out of the backfield with the running back, which shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Handoff on third and short. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Running back sets in motion. The throw on first. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look so easy.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
To the air, third and long. Looking right, and he finds it. And they'll make a stop over the 46-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to begin the drive. To throw here on first down. Cut out. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
Yeah, these end cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Running for the marker on second. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, Parker, they say there's holding on every play. We just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Throwing off the play fake here. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be third and long. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand. When you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball because this game moves in a hurry.
Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Into traffic, complete. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. All right, set now, first and 10. Looking for a throw here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. And
so much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
To the sideline, and he has the catch. Tough play for a small gain, but it does get the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
They just get the play off. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. And this one doesn't work any better. Defense there to drop him at the line again. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on defense.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind the head. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Makes the play, working the sideline, but it takes him out right at the line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Send him up the middle. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. And up now, running right. And he pushed for it, and they managed to stop him at the 2. Only 1 yard there. Back-to-back stops, and decision time now on 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. Angling this one in for the right hash to challenge here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And a decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now off play action. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back with a pick 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Sentinels push their lead to 3. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Play action on first down. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to go down right along midfield strike.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, ball at the 36. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they take him down right along the 30. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the gun, Edwards-Helaire gets it. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
And looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Looking to the air here. Complete out to the right. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to throw now. Throwing the out route complete. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. Looking to throw on 1st and goal. Has it in close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. Got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Kickoff taken at the 3. Look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Sentinels returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Throwing now from the gun. And he just hits this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. It brings up second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throw on third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Cowboys headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Pass play on 1st and 10. Gets him on the out route. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game. Not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Third and long for him here. Throw left side, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Back out runs their offense. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only took him one play, partner. They've already made it to that 40-yard line. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's
Holding
usually where we see
offense.
holding calls. We got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Back to throw. And the man is there to knock that away.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you've got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and
team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Throwing it to start this drive. All the left side. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. That's for long. He's got it. And he passes the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. He's going to push one deep down the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Setting up the throw. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running this one out. He's fighting for it, but will not get there. They stole the run out, and that's a safety. Well, an assist to their punter on that one, Brock.
I'm glad you said that, Kate. Absolutely right.
Because it was that kick that set up the chance for that immediate safety.
How many times do we sit with coaches over the course of the week and we hear it all the time? Mirroring that defense and special teams, defense and special teams. It can be game changers. And you don't know that play in any NFL game that could turn the tide. Well, we got to see the defense and the special teams marry together. And now we get to watch the offense take possession.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. Back to throw it. Avoid some trouble there. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. And with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half too as they chase this lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this 2nd half.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They'll have a shorter field ahead of them now, Brock. That pick sets them up just shy of the 40. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. From midfield now. Quickly on the slant. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards Elair. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Right side. They get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll give up the gut to Edwards Elair. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
He's throwing for it. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you spend all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. His return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Sentinels are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They've got 1st down from the 31. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 36. Complete over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Now on 2nd down. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. That one's complete over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down in these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
The Cowboys and Clyde Edwards-Helaire headed out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Throwing from the gun. He's got it over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Doesn't make the connection.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
That one's complete to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running it now out of the gun. That's good yards there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing off the play fake here. It isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of the strength, to send that puppy through.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Running from the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Pass play now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Their punter making his way out now. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. On the give, it's Edwards-Helaire. And He's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And this is going to fall incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and 10, looking to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. He'll throw it yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Flying down the middle with Edwards-Helaire. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He tosses right to the short side. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him only 1 yard. Again, the run doesn't get it done, and now it's 4th and 3.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Another drive coming up for this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll go out throwing. Gets him on the in route. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Now they send their back in motion right. From the 34. Gets his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point to coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll throw on 1st. Looking right, and he finds it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down turtle. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The Cowboys about set to take over. Even though they've got a 3-score lead. Still
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the first carry here for the running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll
To throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are visitors to take over on offense.